afternoon and welcome to the Midday News on NTA Channel 10. My name is Onyinkansola Ojeladi. The celebration of the birth of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam offers lessons and serves as a reminder of his exemplary life and enduring virtues of compassion, forgiveness, and peaceful coexistence. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu stated this in a message while extending goodwill to Islamic faithful across Nigeria as they mark this year's Eid al-Maulud celebration, while encouraging Muslims in the country to emulate these noble virtues and continue to promote peace in homes, communities, and the nation. The First Lady praised that the celebration strengthens the bond of unity and brings renewed hope, peace, and blessings to all Nigerians. Lagos State played host to the opening of the African Borderlands Research Network ABORN 2026 conference, co-hosted by the Nigeria Immigration Service and the Lagos State University as part of efforts to examine the changing realities of Africa's borders and border communities. Our correspondent was there and that reports. Conference with the theme Connected Borderlands Socio-Cultural Integration and the Centrality of Policy, Research and Security was declared open, bringing together scholars, policymakers, practitioners and development partners to examine issues surrounding Africa's security, integration and development. The Comptroller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Kemi Nana Nandap, as well as the Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University, Professor Ibiemi Olatunji Bello, spoke on the relevance of the conference to Nigeria and its neighboring countries.
Borders must be understood not merely as geographical lines separating sovereign states, but as dynamic spaces where families remain connected, communities interact, cultures converge, livelihoods are sustained, and legitimate trade and movement take place.
The theme invites us to look beyond the border as a line and to see the borderland as a living space where people, cultures, languages, markets, and histories intersect.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented by the Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Tolani Sule, urged universities to prepare students with the knowledge and skills required to navigate an increasingly interconnected Africa.
Entering into, they must generate research that helps government make better decisions, and they must create spaces where practitioners and policymakers can engage meaningfully with scholars.
The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, represented by Dr. Karim Olajoku, Senior Special Assistant to the Minister on Policy, called for stronger collaboration among universities, security agencies, regional institutions, and development partners to strengthen border security, migration management, and regional integration.
This partnership is particularly relevant as Nigeria continues to modernize its approach to migration and border management through improvements in biometric identity systems, passport administration, automated border control, and technology-enabled border security.
The conference continues till the 28th of August, with more panels and discussion still ahead, expected to deepen understanding of Africa's connected borderlands. In Lagos, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has introduced a system that allows candidates to verify and upload their O-level results from home, beginning with results issued by the West African Examination Council. A statement by JAMB spokesperson Dr. Fabian Benjamin says the service provides candidates with a convenient alternative, particularly during periods of high patronage and network challenges at computer-based test centers. The initiative is part of the board's efforts to make it easier, faster, and safer and more convenient, while reducing unnecessary visits to CBT centers, queues, and manual processes. It also addresses challenges associated with manual O-level results upload, including misplaced or mixed-up paper results, unverified or fraudulent results, and errors in the entry of subjects and grades. Through the integration of JAMB's e-facility platform with examination bodies, candidates' results can now be verified directly against official records before being downloaded. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, the federal government and the All Progressive Congress has drawn a hard line against bringing back the old regime of fuel subsidy, as they warn that cheap fuel will derail ongoing transformations in governance and economic development. Ayodeji Makinde compiles the reactions from Information and National Orientation Minister Mohammed Idris and APC National Chairman Professor Nintawe Yiwatda in this report.
Ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, and the federal government have strongly rejected plans by opposition leader Atiku Abubakar to bring back the petrol subsidy. APC National Chairman Professor Nintawe Yiwatda called the plan a desperate election promise designed just to win votes in the 2027 elections. He warned that reversing the subsidy removal would destroy investor confidence and ruin Nigeria's economy. Yiwatda urged Nigerians to trust the steady leadership of President Bola Tinubu rather than politicians who constantly switch parties and make attractive but empty promises. In a related development, Minister of Information Mohammed Idris made it clear that bringing back the subsidy means stopping other vital government projects, including student loans, NELFund, youth business credit, credit corps, and higher allocations to state governments. The minister notes that a return to fuel subsidy would immediately cut off funding for federal roads, rail lines, electricity projects, national security, and healthcare. Furthermore, the information minister clarified where subsidy money has been channeled. Referencing the recent Nigeria's Reform Scorecard, data shows that removing the fuel subsidy saved Nigeria a massive 15.8 trillion naira between June 2023 and December 2025. A breakdown of the savings reveals 6.52 trillion went to state governments, 5.43 trillion went to federal government, and 3.88 trillion went to local governments. The federal government also revealed that these savings allowed them to spend 6.47 trillion on major infrastructure projects and over 400 billion on social welfare programs that have already helped more than 10 million poor Nigerian households. In addition, the Bola Tinubu administration is already paying 3.14 trillion naira to keep electricity prices low for citizens. The call against the return of fuel subsidy is re-echoed by leaders of organized private sector. The APC insists that the 2027 election should be about real economic solutions and long-term stability, not quick fixes that would destroy Nigeria's future.
Channel 10 News will now go on a short break to stay with us.
Serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event, then
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place to be. With about 3,065 seating capacity,
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, religious and school activities. You can use our entire space and also have your event covered with a token which will be aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane.
For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10, Tejo Show, or call Chibuzo
on 0812-324-5519
and Gmo
on 003-830-1669.
NTA Lagos premises affordable just for you.
Welcome back. The Nigerian Navy has inducted a new security support vessel, Kali 3, as part of efforts to strengthen maritime security and protect critical energy infrastructure across the country. The vessel was inducted as Asemiko Jetty in Delta State at a ceremony presided over by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, and attended by senior military officers, government officials, traditional rulers, and other stakeholders. Kali 3 is designed to support coastal and offshore security operations, maritime law enforcement, anti-piracy activities, interdiction, and escort duties, particularly within Nigeria's complex coastal and shallow water environment. Speaking at the ceremony, the Chief of the Naval Staff stressed the importance of protecting Nigeria's maritime environment and critical energy assets to sustain economic activities, especially in the oil and gas sector. The vessel was designed and built locally at the YHM shipyard in Delta State, highlighting the growing role of indigenous shipbuilding capacity in supporting Nigeria's maritime security and national development. Kali 3 is the first of 10 security support vessels being provided to the Nigerian Navy by Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company Limited, SIPCO, under an agreement with the Navy. The induction is expected to enhance the Nigerian Navy's operational capacity to secure the nation's maritime domain, protect critical infrastructure, and safeguard economic activities along Nigeria's coastal waters. When suspicion turns to accusation and accusation quickly becomes punishment, the thin line between justice and lawlessness disappears. Across Nigeria, recent cases of mob action have once again raised concerns about the growing resort to jungle justice and its dangerous consequences for lives, security, and the rule of law. In this special report, correspondent Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa examines the implications of mob action known as jungle justice. The report.
Of theft and robbery, the other offenses, suspected perpetrators are sometimes subjected to instant punishment by angry crowds, often without investigation or fair hearing. A recent incident of mob action reported in Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Kano, Kaduna, and Plateau State have again highlighted the dangers of the practice. Some members of the public blame the trend on insecurity, delayed justice, and lack of confidence in the justice system, but acknowledge that taking the law into one's hand is no solution. Beyond the loss of lives, jungle justice can devastate families, trigger reprisal attacks, and weaken confidence in the rule of law.
Jungle justice, as I know, is a bad act. It's not a good one. Everybody deserves a fair hearing.
Police may be informed. As time goes on, maybe they leave the person at the end of everything. Maybe the person belongs to a rich man family.
Whatever goes around comes around. You won't be happy if they do it to your own relation elsewhere.
Security expert cautioned that mob action can escalate into wider violence and make the work of security agencies more difficult, while innocent persons may fall victim to mistaken identity or false accusations.
The implication is that such countries or such communities become a lawless society if actions is not being taken. But also, we need to also look at it. The reason is because people have lost hope in the judiciary, in the police.
Giving the person the fair hearing to even defend him or herself up till the time of conviction and even sentencing. All of that are laid down by the law. And that is what they call the principle of rule of law.
There is a current clamor for improved security response, faster access to justice, and greater public awareness.
The question is not whether jungle justice is wrong, but how the society can stop it before another innocent life is lost. Every allegation deserves investigation. Every suspect deserves fair hearing. And every victim deserves justice. In Abuja, Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa, NTA News.
This is where we wrap it up for the midday news this Tuesday afternoon. To stay tuned for the evening news package at 7 p.m. My name is Onyinkosola Ojelade. Do have a wonderful afternoon ahead.